Here's a sneak peek from today's episode.
And I like to focus on three things I learned from my days at Oracle as a sales guy, which were, why would anyone buy? Why would they buy from us? And why would they buy from us now versus doing nothing?
Welcome to the Content Amplified podcast, brought to you by Masset. Our goal is to help you get more from your marketing content. Each episode is a 10 to 15 minute interview with industry experts that share amazing insights to help you squeeze as much juice from your content as you possibly can. Here's today's interview.
Welcome back to another episode of Content Amplified. Today I'm joined by Jeff. Jeff, welcome to the show.
Very much, Ben. Glad to be here.
Jeff, I'm excited. This is awesome. Glad to have you on the podcast. Jeff, before we dive into the subject for the day, though, let's get to know you a little bit. Tell us a quick summary of your career.
Sure. The thumbnail is I've been in the software industry for a long time now, going on 35 plus years now. Hard to believe. But I started out in the industry as a sales guy. I was selling for companies like IBM and Oracle, and then some smaller innocuous companies. So I went from companies with the brand and resources to companies with limited resources. From there, I got into management and executive posts with 3 fintech software companies, 2 of which actually reached liquidity events. I ran North America for a company called Financial Architects. They had a regulatory risk reporting solution. I had to build out the go-to-market and the execution from scratch, really, because they had nothing in North America. Ultimately, the company got sold to Wolters Kluwer. I then turned around an underperforming large sales team in a division of SunGard when they were private equity backed by Silver Lake. I did it incorporating a lot of what I call situational deal management techniques. And Silver Lake ultimately sold SunGard to FIS for billions of dollars. And then I ran North America for a company called International Trading Room Software, a company based in London. And I turned around North America for them. They were bought by a private equity firm, Carlyle. From 2014 onward, I've had an LLC advisory chief revenue officer firm where I go in to private equity and venture capital backed B2B software companies, helping them with and also helping the CEOs of these companies to figure out what's not working. Why are we not making money? Why are our margins declining? Can you come in, provide a fresh perspective, help us understand where the problems lie? How do we fix them? And I've been doing that now for 10 plus years, and it's fun.
I love that. That's awesome. Well, Jeff, what we're going to talk about today is really taking product knowledge and turning that into content and sales, basically a go-to-market plan. From your experience, you've had plenty of experiences of reshaping, reorganizing, building, creating, improving go-to-market teams and all of those efforts. So when it comes to messaging, let's start there. You've got product knowledge. How do you figure out your messaging in the market from kind of that understanding? What's your process look like there?
Yeah, great question. Well, and I like to focus on 3 things I learned from my days at Oracle as a sales guy, which were, why would anyone buy? Why would they buy from us? And why would they buy from us now versus doing nothing? So that helps you work through your competitors. When you build out that iteration of why buy from us and why buy now, you're going through a construct of building value. And you do it for each title because the message could be a little different for each person. So you want to have a message that also gets into questions and statements. What are the questions that you want to ask? And what are the statements you want to make to the individuals you need to be on board with getting the glue so that they want to buy from you and you want to sell to them and it's a perfect fit. The questions and statements, if done right, give you what I call the complex insight. It allows you or enables you to understand you're working on real deals.
I love that. That's super powerful. So I've got the audience. I've kind of understood the message and I love the framework. Why would they buy? Why would they buy from us? Why would they buy now? All that kind of fun stuff. How do you really translate that into a go-to-market effort?
Again, understanding the why buy from us, why buy now. Intrinsically, when you start to think through those answers and thoughts about, who the audience is, it'll allow you to understand a little bit more about what it's going to take to get a deal done? And more importantly, how long is it going to take to get the deal done? Is it going to take 6 months, 9 months, a year, 3 months? Are you going to have a strategy to do shorter deals that are less money and a longer play to do bigger deals? This is about day-to-day responsibilities. It allows you to build out your sales plans because you understand what you're looking to generate in terms of the revenue per quarter, per year, because you've done your territory alignment. So you've got your go-to-market. You know where you're going to go sell. You got your messaging. That's how you build out that go-to-market.
I love that. How are you refining the message and the content and the strategy as time goes on and you're seeing specific results? Like, what does that look like for coaching, for teaching, for strategy changes? What does that look like?
If you get to a point where you're not winning enough or you don't have enough real deals in the pipeline, that's going to allow you to, like a conveyor belt, go back to the beginning and start asking, what do we need to do to change potentially the territory alignment, or do we need to look at something around product fit that needs to, be evolved? Do we need to change our marketing approach in terms of all of the markers that we're using in marketing, whether it's lead gen or SEO or other product marketing components? And marketing is a lot of stuff. Or do we need to change who we talk to as an audience and what we're asking and what statements we're making? So the execution piece enables you to proactively know what works and is not working because you're proactively managing the deal flow with the codification that I've discussed. And when you're able to do that proactively, you ensure that your margins are not going to decline because you're beating the clock. You're right up at the moment you say, we need to make a change. And then you go back to the beginning with the knowledge that you've accumulated, and you take that evolved knowledge and you go back to the beginning and you keep reflecting and improving on go-to-market and corporate messaging.
I love it. There's so many good insights there. Jeff, thank you for sharing everything. This has truly been amazing. If anyone listening today or any day would like to reach out and connect with you online, how and where can they find you?
They can certainly reach out to me through LinkedIn.
Very cool. Well, Jeff, again, thank you so much for the time and insights today. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure, Ben. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Content Amplified podcast. Please subscribe and leave us a review. And for additional ways to get more out of your content, visit our website at getmasset.com. That's getmasset.com. And tune in next time to the Content Amplified podcast.